Hello, scholars of the English language. Let's talk about fanboys. They're actually called coordinating conjunctions. Now, coordinating conjunctions are used to join two complete sentences, otherwise known as independent clauses, into one complete grammatically correct sentence. Coordinating conjunctions must come after a comma if they're separating two complete sentences. Okay. Two complete sentences that are smashed together are called a run-on sentence. We've talked about this in other videos. We're going to talk about them again. To split them, one of the ways to correct them is to use a coordinating conjunction that we call fanboys. And as you can see, we call them fanboys for a reason. Now, each particular conjunction means something different. In red, you see why they're called fanboys, because that's what they spell out. That's the acronym. For, which is an old way of saying because, and, which means you're providing additional related information, nor, which is neither this nor that, but, which shows contrast or contradiction, or, which is either this or that, yet, which again shows contrast, and so, which is kind of an if-then situation. So it's not just enough to correct the run-on sentence with the fanboy, you have to correct the run-on sentence with the correct fanboy. Let's look at 7 examples of how to use each one of these. Now, I want you to notice in each example, I have underlined the complete sentence that has a subject, verb, and expresses a complete thought. The comma is in bold, and the fanboy is in red. I'm not going to read every one of these to you because you are intelligent people, and the screen is going to be paused here, and you can hit pause and read them yourself, but I want you to see the pattern. I went to the doctor, for I was sick and afraid it would get worse. Okay, that's the same as saying I went to the doctor because I was sick and afraid it would get worse. I went to the doctor is a complete sentence. I was sick and afraid it would get worse is a complete sentence. And I put them together with the word for. Now let's look at number 3, which is a bit trickier. Maria does not miss a day of work, comma, nor does she miss a day of school. Now, this probably originally would have said, Maria does not miss a day of work, she does not miss a day of school. But to use nor, I sort of rewrote that second sentence just a bit and said, nor does she miss a day of school. It still works. It's very close to number 5. You can go to the volleyball game, or you can go to the band concert. Notice how you can go to the volleyball game as a complete sentence, you can go to the band concert as a complete sentence. But I have an option, you can do either of these things. Okay. But sort of speaks for itself. Let's look at yet. The knight was supposed to slay the dragon, yet they became friends instead of fighting. It's another way of saying but. It showed contradiction. It showed a change that was not expected. And that is a good way to look at yet, a change that was not expected. And finally, so speaks for itself, if, then. The storm knocked the power out, so I could not play Fortnite on my Xbox. A run-on sentence is one of the most common grammatical mistakes you can make in writing. It's one of the easiest things to fix, though, if you pay attention and use this.